Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to my humble kitchen. Alright, I just want to do a quick little vlog. Who knows how quick it'll be? I pretty much suck into little videos. Most of my videos seem to run on, but just wanted to give a little update. This is kind of leans towards two things. I have the walking journeys, and I also have the full-time RVing thing going on. So this is kind of intertwined between the two because they will pretty much be one once I get an RV. Since I will also be doing adventures with an RV, I'll be doing yeah, going to like abandoned towns and places like that, and abandoned buildings, checking some out. I mean, that won't be my main objective of traveling. My whole point of traveling is to be free and be able to see the world and not be stuck, paying rent for the rest of my life when I could use that money to enjoy my life. So I'm going to go ahead and start living free. I've been putting it off for many years. And working and all that, and I've lost jobs, I've started new jobs, and this last time, I kept putting it off and procrastinating to do it, and I can kick myself in the ass for waiting so long, but now's a better time than any, I guess, or just as good as time as any. I was keep procrastinating, say I want to be done by the end of the year, and I keep having trouble getting, financially and finding anything to do it because he's like, the more I save, the more I end up having to spend, and being on a fixed income, it sucks, because it's only once a month you can save anything, and I keep telling myself I really wish I would have just done it when tax came back, or when I got my last check or something like that, and a little bit of money they gave at the end. I should have used it for an RV and just went then, or I should have stayed in the house I was in because it was in foreclosure, and I could have stayed there even longer and saved up the money. But the situation wasn't right for me, and so I'm paying rent and all that. And don't get me wrong, I like the place I'm in as far as apartment wise, and I thought the neighborhood would be a little better, but it's kind of noisy. And so much commotion between the loud fans next door from the store. Since I'm on the back side of it, they have their little air conditioning or compressors they kick on all the time. It looks like central air, but they're really loud. Sound like bat blades. But anyways, between that and the loud trains, there's a crossing right here, so all you hear is the air horns all night long. I didn't think it'd be bad when I moved in because I was even thinking of that, because I've lived next to train tracks many times and near the tracks, not intersections. I guess I forgot the fact that they have to hit their air horn so much through intersections. And when you hear that 2-3 o'clock in the morning, it's not the prettiest thing, especially if you're like a light sleeper, which I am. I wake up enough as it is, and it's just making me draggy and tired, and it's running me down, I get frustrated and agitated too much. But in any case, just want to let you know that, yeah, we will be doing some trails next month. Not trails, changing up a little next month. If you saw the other video, you'll know that. We'll be doing abandoned buildings and abandoned town, which we'll be doing next week, or next week. I think it's Saturday, Sunday we can do it. And that's when we'll start. We will be doing at least that one abandoned town. We may we'll probably do a couple. We're gonna try to line up a couple before next week comes up, before the weekend, and the ones I want to check out and see how much distance apart from each other, because all in Pennsylvania. 3 or 4 of them. I did spot one. I ended up coming across one when I was doing my searches of abandoned. I want to say castle, but I think it's abandoned mansion. It's gated, abandoned mansion. I think there's a couple ways in, and there was a gatekeeper who used to let people come in there to get a hold of them, go in there and look around the place and all that. But now it's in ruins, I guess, and the caretaker, I guess, is no longer around. So it's just abandoned, but it's historical, so it still stands. It's part of a campground, I guess. Or the campground owns it, or the owner of the campground owned it or owns it. I'm not sure if they still own it, or I guess they did. So I can't remember the name of the camp. It's not like a campground. It's like a campsite. I mean, kind of like a summer camp program place. That's what it was. So I don't know if they lived in it or whatnot, but there is one. So anyways, we're gonna go check out the ones in PA first. I'm gonna try it at least 2 or 3. Sorry, I'm making my coffee for the morning. It's getting late, so I figured I'll get it set up. I do this every night. Fill my water container. Okay, beautiful coffee maker. I don't know if you saw that or not, but it's a wireless Wemo. Mr. Coffee Wemo. Wireless Wemo. But it's a good coffee maker. I always get off track, sorry. I'm notorious for getting off subject. I talk to myself all the time. I always go off. I'm always off topic. I could be thinking about one thing, and the next minute I'll be totally switching to something else. I can't seem to stay on track of anything. But yeah, so everybody knows I'll be going RVing, hopefully by next week. And like I said, start next week. Well, I should be doing the adventures too. So I mean the abandoned buildings and all that. I am all whacked out. I'm tired. Get up early in the morning, plus not get much sleep, and walking hours for a few hours a day. And then I'm not much of a talker to begin with. I suck at talking, as you can see. But yeah, I just want to let everybody know that I'm pushing forward, even though it's a scary thing to do, and I'm a little nervous about starting RVing. And like I said, been wanting to do this for a very long time, and I kept putting it off. I did once sleep in an Astro van when I lost a job. I think I actually said it in one of my other videos, but I mean, I slept in the front seat. I didn't sleep in the back, so I had to keep running the vehicle. That was in the middle of winter, so it was cold. So I had to constantly keep starting the vehicle throughout the night, every couple hours. Start it, let the van warm up, shut it off, and then sleep for a little while. Try to fall asleep for a while. You know, using a coat to cover up because I didn't have nothing else. But yeah, I wish I would have done it back then. But at that time, I didn't have the money, even when I lost the job, because I could barely even afford to keep fuel in the van. That's why I could only let it run a little bit, and not drive very far. Other than that, I've already waited long enough. Figured if I just keep making excuses and such, I'll never get out of here. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump the gun and go. I wanted to do it by the end of the year, but I figured if I keep waiting that long, I'm just going to keep making excuses not to go or procrastinating. And I'd like to actually be in a vehicle, an RV before then, before the end of next year, or before the end of this year, or before the beginning of the next year. When so before winter hits, it'd be nice to be in one, so I can make sure it's winter ready. So if for some reason I can't leave before then, and I'm stuck in the winter weather, or can't get too far south or too far west or whatever, somewhere that's warmer weather, I'm still good because I already have it fixed up to where I can have heat at least and get me through the winter months, the cold months, and then I'll come summer or spring, whatever, I'll start fixing it back up to what I need. So that's my goal. I'm gonna try to get it soon by next week. Make sure it's all runnable, drivable. So I can move it around. My mom wants to still walk, so I told her I'd stay till winter at least to walk with her, and maybe even through part of winter, so I can walk with her if it's. We haven't really had much snow the last couple of winters, so it'll just been cold. Which I'd rather walk in the cold. I mean, you might be cold at first, but as you start walking, you warm up, and when it's hot as hell out, it sucks. And then the humidity is even higher. I mean, people walking like 80, 90 degree weather, with the real field being almost 100 degrees, and it was horrible. But I mean, I don't mind so much, but she can't take as much as I can. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stick around a little while longer, so she can at least have somebody to walk with, and I'll still go places. I mean, we go every couple of days or whatever. I'll make it for every once a week or a couple times a week, so I can go like to a camp, not really campsite, free campsite, like state land and all that. Find a place that's a boondock. It's a couple hours out. Even if it's 2-3 hours out, and I go out there for the night. On the nights, I come back from walking. We always skip a day anyway, so after walking, I figure I'll just, I'll head out, go 2, 3, 4 hours out. Whatever I'm gonna do, stay the night. The next day, come back. Later on that night, closer to town, back this way. So I could drive 4 hours out, and the next day drive 4 hours back. Later on, and for the following day to be out ready to walk. I can do that. I won't do that often because that would get very expensive. 8 hours driving every few days back and forth to the same 2 spots, or in the areas. But I'll make it so it's not that. I mean, even an hour, 2 hours, whatever. But I'll do it. I'll make it happen, and try to stick to it for a little bit longer to walk, and until she can't walk anymore, or doesn't want to be walks anymore because it's getting too much for her with her knee problems and all that. But she's trying to figure walking all that will help build up strength. So I'll stick around as much as possible to help with that. Keep walking with her, but still be able to do some journeys because I can still travel. Those days in between, or even if I have to wait a couple of days, because sometimes we'll take a couple of day breaks anyways. If she has other plans or something like that, that I'll shoot out somewhere else, and do another walk somewhere. I just enjoy the couple of days out of state and then come back, But anyways, so much rambling here. I'm just anxious. I'm nervous. I guess I should say I'm nervous about doing it. I want to do it. I definitely want to, and I know everybody gets nervous at first, and so yeah, I'm just. It's just the worst part. I think is getting over the hump of getting out of the place you're in, especially when you're renting. You're just up and going. Once I'm in the RV and stuff, I think I'll be all right. And I'm sure once I pull away from here and all that, it might be a little nerve-wracking going out of state because I've never been out of state. I can't say never. I have been to one other place. I think it was either North or South Carolina for like a day. We went down. We were supposed to stay a while, but I think we only stayed a night or two, and we headed back. And there was a couple people driving too. There was like 3 of us in the car, and we stayed in the car too. We slept in the car. Yeah, that was not fun. It was cramped. It was a nice drive. I mean, just seeing something different was cool. I mean, it was nice to see all the spots. It was nice to see North Carolina, South Carolina. It was so rushed that we didn't get to enjoy it as much as we could have if we would have stayed or taken our time. But that's like the only thing I've ever done for trip-wise or out of state. And I had people driving. I was just in the back seat. I think I drove for a little while on the way back or on the way down. It went like in a highway stretch, but that's it. Other than that, I've never been out of state. Unless you consider PA, which it's a hop, skip, jumping away, but not very far to PA. I mean, I have gone joyriding somewhat into PA, but most has been like local. I haven't really gone way out, but so it's a little nerve-wracking. I never went on vacation. I think when I was younger, we went to Six Flags and stuff like that. I don't even remember exactly about it. I kind of remember. It's a vague remember, but I was really young. But Other than that, I have not really been anywhere. I haven't done any vacationing, so I'm not. It's like this will be my first time to adventure out of my comfort zone, out of my home, out of my state, away from the people I know. Um, I have a hard time meeting people because I'm not a very talkative person when it comes to people in person. I can sit here and talk to a camera all day because it's just me talking to a camera. It's like I'm talking to myself, which I do quite often anyway. So I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at myself. But anyways, just so everybody knows, I am pushing forward, and I'm hoping by the end of this month, the beginning of next month, within the first week or two, I'll be out of here, and I'll have an RV in my possession, be in it, and I'll do a tour of that and all that, and show you guys that and all that when the time comes. So stick around. Hit that subscribe button, like it up, and come on along with me on my journey. Till next time, take care.